Good evening. It is Monday night, April 2nd, 2018. The Sharks didn't do anything today except clinch a playoff spot. The Sharks clinch a playoff spot by the Sharks or just sitting at home and taking and watching and rooting for LA. What? Really? Rooting for LA? Yeah, they root for LA, and LA beat the Colorado Avalanche 3-1, thus guaranteeing themselves a spot in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Welcome to this special edition of Teal Town Live. We usually do this after every post game, but we thought we'd jump on really quick to join in the celebration of sorts as the Sharks clinch their 20th playoff spot in franchise history. I am joined by the fellow Notch Bro. It's been a while, but it's good to see you, Mr. Gentry Alexander. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How about you guys? I mean, all is going well in Teal Town, and happy to see the Sharks going back to the playoffs. That's always a good thing.
Always a good thing. Always a good thing. Ronald, thank you. Yes, we in. We are in. It's always a good time. It's always a good time for sure. And if you haven't checked out the video, please do so afterwards of Rocket Back and you're giving you if the playoffs started tomorrow. By all means, check that out for sure because it's absolutely amazing. Let's see. So kind of getting into things. So yes, it was actually, there was two ways that the Sharks could get in. It was a combination of a Blues regulation loss and loss by Colorado in any fashion, along with the Avalanche losing in regulation. So that's what did it tonight. The Kings beat the Avalanche 3-1. And Gent, here we go again. Another playoff ride. Now, question for you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Do you shave it off first and then you start letting it grow again, or?
I think what I'm gonna do is trim it up just a little bit and not take off too much because I have a girlfriend now and she requires me to have the beard at all times. So trim it up a little bit, but then you just let the sucker grow as deep as they go into the playoffs.
Right. Absolutely. There you go. So sorry, ladies. Gentry is no longer in the singles scene. We apologize for that.
Sorry. But no, I think the normal rules is that you shave it. I think it's either the day after the regular season ends, and then you just you let it grow. The only trimming you're allowed to do is like the kind of the cheek areas and maybe the sideburns a little bit, just to kind of keep it, But everything below hand, you let it ride.
See, I kind of done like around the neck a little bit too. So
that I do that too. And then also I trim it around the sides of like my sideburns and stuff like that. Because otherwise, if you let it grow out too much, it starts to look really weird, and then it gets in your ears. It's gross.
Felix in the chat, I envy y'all who can grow a beard. LOL. Oh, Felix, come on now. That is nothing wrong. In the chat, they're kind of talking about what the potential playoff opponents be. Realistically, there really is just two, and it will be a California matchup. It'll be either LA or Anaheim. The Sharks did play the Ducks once in 2009, losing 4-2 in that series. That was tough. And of course, the Kings, of course, are in this decade, when haven't they played the Kings? It seems like 2011, 2013, 2014. 2016 and likely 2018. So it's one of those things that you know what? Hey, if you get in and you get a familiar opponent, in this Gentry, I think is important too. Is is that they won't be traveling too far.
No. To be honest, it's like if I had to choose any of the opponents that the Sharks would face in the first round, if it was between the Ducks and between the Kings, I think I would rather face the Kings. We match up better against them, and I think that the Ducks can have a tendency of suffocating us to the point where, for some reason, they just suffocate us, and it's a very low scoring affair. Whereas I think with the Kings, it can swing both ways. But it seems that since the acquisition of Martin Jones, we tend to have their number. Since then, going back to 2016 in that playoff series. So.
Yeah, and it seems like that has turned around, and we all know how Martin Jones loves to play against Los Angeles. That's a big one. In the standings wise, and to tease Rocket's wonderful video, which you have to check out, and did such a it's a wonderful video. So make sure you check it out on the Teal Town YouTube channel. But right now, the Sharks have 3 games left at 98 points. The Kings have 2 games left at 96. At this point, the Sharks would need at least 3 points, whether it came from themselves or the Kings not gaining those points, to clinch home ice in round 1. That's pretty much how simple it would be. Although then again, I take that back, because Anaheim is at 79 games played and has 95 points, so they could get to 101. So essentially, the Sharks need to get at least 4 out of 6 points to get to home ice in round 1. But Gent, as we saw in 2016, home ice wasn't exactly a factor in their first round series.
No, the home ice was definitely a factor. It just didn't go the Kings' way, because if you remember that year, the Sharks had the best road record, and we were talking about it. I remember one specifically. It's like the Sharks are going to have to steal a game at home in order to beat the Kings, and sure enough, that they did it, and it was by the I would say that the MVP of the playoffs that year, which was Logan Couture. Remember my little chat with the mayor when he said that he wasn't going to be. So, haha, mayor. Anywho, I think that if we go against the Kings, it's going to be a good matchup regardless. There's the long-standing history between those two teams, and that's only going to fuel the fire. And maybe that will kind of motivate some of the guys a little bit more, because from the games that I've been watching, they've been kind of playing lackluster hockey since I would say the St. Louis game. I haven't really been impressed with, what they've offered, and I think that maybe facing a familiar opponent and going through that kind of adversity and that emotional toll that it takes, maybe that was just what the Sharks needed. It's what they needed in 2016. Too bad we can't do a revenge tour where we face like the Kings, maybe the Ducks, maybe the Blackhawks. Oh wait, the
Blackhawks can't. Stars can't. Oh. We have another visitor, Mr. Al Martinet. What's up, good sir?
Hey, both. Hey, Gentry.
Going on?
Hey, we clinched.
We clinched finally. Thank God.
And
earlier today, I thought we weren't going to clinch, and we're somehow going to fall out of the playoffs entirely. But
dude, trust me, I was starting to get scared, especially after how we played against Vegas the other night. That was rough.
Yeah, I thought we played decent, but when you lose against St. Louis, Nashville, and then Las Vegas, doubt does creep in a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the things we'll talk about, Gentry, the power play. You've been saying it early on in the season, and even part of last season, but now 1 for 22.
I just want to say this is that on my Facebook memories and stuff like that, there is a screenshot of Brody and I think it was Curtis Brown with my tweet in the background, and it said "Fix the power play." It's been a year and they haven't fixed it. That's sad.
Yeah, the funny thing is that they made sure that they got made sure I had to get a frickin' Brody jersey for them scoring two power play goals in one game. But since then, it's just been really, really tough. So, but that's.
I mean, what happens if we make it to the Stanley Cup Finals? You have to get a Hennigan jersey now.
Oh God. No.
No, there won't be anything like that if that's the case. No, I think I put out there that I would get a Doc Brown jersey if they were able to score multiple power play goals again between now and Saturday. So that'd be crazy. Although, this is no secret, is if Marc-Edouard Vlasic scores the cup-winning goal. Gentry doesn't wear white jerseys, although he does own one. But it'll get
$20.
Yeah, so. Well, see, there you go. So, but if that's the case, if Vlasic scores the cup winner, because we all know how much Gentry loves Marc-Edouard Vlasic, he would get his white jersey customized with the number 44 and wear it to the banner raising ceremony. So.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is that I think that would never happen because Marc-Edouard Vlasic has a tendency of getting his shots blocked, so I don't think it would actually reach the net. So I think I'm good in that aspect.
But he has had a career high in goals this year.
Yeah, so hasn't he scored 13 goals this season or 12 or something?
I think it's like 11.
Right now, I thought it was at 10, but that's just me. But
all I'm gonna say is if I was playing you in our fantasy hockey final, Gent, I would sign Marc-Edouard Vlasic this week in hopes that he pays the dividend for you.
Watch, it's gonna be Bodker, and we're all gonna have to regret everything we've said about him for those.
Oh well, you know who's
leave it to Bodker to score the most important goal in Sharks history if that goes down. No, you know what it would be a really big like kind of in the background is if it was like, let's think of a player that's like we've had issues with in the past. Like let's see who is like your least favorite player that you'd want to score the most important goal in Sharks history, which would be the Stanley Cup winning one.
Alex?
I can't think of one right now. You got one, Puck Guy?
Me? Not really right now. Only because I just want the team to win. That's all.
Mine, other than Marc-Edouard Vlasic, because that would just haunt me. Like it would be like a both love and hate thing where it's like the Sharks win it, but it's like Marc-Edouard Vlasic will forever be a Shark now. I think mine would be is if it was.
It's funny that the entire chat thinks I'm going to say Niemi, but I'm not.
No. Nemo is only prone to letting weak ones go by him, giving it the Daria try. Yeah. Never forget the stadium. Never forget the stadium series. Ever.
And Sleepy Mofo says Bodker would be the Barry Zito of the Sharks if that happened.
Oh,
that's pretty accurate, though.
Yeah. Or Mike Nevis. I want to see the emergency goalie come in Game 7 last period and win the cup. Oh man, you know what? That would be hashtag That's So Sharks if that was the case. You know, but like Chris says, you know, Vlasic has been a Shark for 13 years. So, yeah, well.
I would want a Shark with the least pronounceable name that's so long on the jersey that it goes from the left side all the way to the right side. God, I don't know who would that be though.
I mean, right now, I don't think there's much, but I mean, I remember Ragnarsson was a large name that they had. If they ever had Langenbrunner, that would probably be the other one.
You know, I wish it would just. I wish like the most important goal in Sharks history would be scored by like a call up from the Barracuda. Like it's like Rudolph Balsers or something like that. That would be amazing.
Yes.
Because then I would not only be right about, you know, my Balsers, you know, I called that all of you. So You're welcome.
All right.
I guess I'd be kind of rooting for if Paul Martin scores it, because I'd be kind of liking that storyline of him being out for almost the entire year. He frankly laid an egg against the Penguins, that playoff series. So it would be a nice story, but yeah.
Oh, you mean Paul Martin, who just kind of like was puck watching and just like Nick Bonino just scored the game winner in game 1? Yeah, I remember that.
And then game 3, where he just let his defense, or just he became an offensive player for some reason. Yeah.
Like, we brought you on this team to be the Burns whisperer, not to be the next Burns. But anywho, I mean, for me, it's like, honestly, if I could have one choice as somebody to score the cup-winning goal, it would either be Pavelski, just because of all the adversity he faced, or Joel Ward, without a doubt.
Oh, I would love for Ward to get it.
Because then I think that would be his Ray Bork moment, and he can retire and just, say that he retired a cup champion. So I would want Joel Ward or Pavelski, or it gets won by Jumbo going in on a breakaway on an empty net, and then he gets tripped. So then it counts as a goal. Because that's so Sharks.
Yes.
So, who do you think is more likely? Joe Thornton to shoot the puck and actually have the game-winning goal, or Vlasic to have the game-winning goal?
Vlasic.
You'd rather...
You know what? I would rather have Jumbo, but Vlasic gets the game winner because that's so Sharks.
Not going to happen because
some people are saying it'll be Yannick Hansen, Tronda's saying Bernsbacher, Chopa, but seriously, Warder Donskoy would be cool. So basically, you're pretty much saying the opponents are going to be LA or Anaheim. So it'll be quite interesting to see what finds out. They're going back and forth with things there. Gentry saying LA. Alex, who would you rather have, Anaheim or Los Angeles?
I think Anaheim is a better team than LA. So I'd rather go against LA. I think we match up well. I think Anaheim is a really scary team. They're getting healthy at the right time. They seem like they're playing good hockey right now. I honestly, I've seen LA enough that I'm sick of it, but I'd rather go against LA if I'm being a Sharks fan. But
people.
Wait,
I don't know.
Sorry to interrupt, but you're all wrong about the game-winning goal. It's gonna be next year when we sign John Tavares.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So old.
Sleepy Mofo. Hurdle gets one between the legs and scores a game-winning goal, forced to retire from all the hate. Don Cherry and Adam Oates says, "Yeah, okay." I'm sure William Karlsson is getting all the hate on next Saturday too on Coach's Corner.
Okay, so somebody in the chat wrote, they'd rather face Anaheim because Gibson is injured. However, I don't know if you've actually ever watched the Sharks game, but Sharks going up against the backup goalie would not be an ideal matchup. And this backup goalie is Ryan Miller, notorious Sharks demolisher.
Yeah.
No.
That is the tough one. Is Ryan Miller is the Anaheim backup, and he's played pretty damn well against the Sharks in the past. So,
well, put it like this: we only finally won a game against Buffalo when Ryan Miller was no longer the goalie of Buffalo. So
go figure, right?
Yeah,
I actually wasn't aware of that Gibson injury, but
that happened.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, that happened last night in the game against Colorado for Anaheim. Go ahead.
Yeah, it looked like from a cheap hit or something like that. I think I was watching the game, but I didn't think there was any lingering injury from it.
Yeah, I guess, and right now you got to play it safe, even though they haven't clinched the playoff spot yet. In fact, they may not even make the playoffs for that matter, too. So,
has Dallas been eliminated? I think
yes, they've been officially eliminated.
Yeah. Let me pull up the standings really quick, but yeah, I believe they are eliminated, so they don't even aren't playing anything for tomorrow. Let me look here. Colorado, Dallas, 88. No, they still. It's a very, very thin margin, but Colorado and St. Louis would have to lose out and Dallas would have to win out to keep their playoff hopes alive. Because of both of them losing and not gaining a point, even if Colorado had picked up a point, Dallas would have been eliminated. But Dallas is at 88 points with 3 games to play. Colorado has got 2 games left with 93. St. Louis has 3 games left, so they have a game in hand and are at 92. So
Anaheim has to go regulation loss all the way through, no OT. So yeah, that's tough.
It's gonna be tough, but like I said, Anaheim's max amount of points would be 101. LA is 100. The Sharks need to get either roughly, depending on Anaheim and LA losing points, the Sharks need to get to 102. So that would be equivalent of 2 wins. So 2-1-1 or 2-0 or 1-0-2. We'll do the trick.
Considering the fact that the Sharks are playing the Dallas tomorrow, wouldn't it just be a loss from Dallas in any regulation and maybe a Colorado win or a point this week would kind of seal their fate?
For Dallas, any loss, they're done. For the Sharks, the win would get them to 100, which is something they haven't done with PDB yet. But we getting close. If they win, then they can bank on maybe the Ducks and Kings losing as well. So it's kind of that magic number scenario in that sense. Sharks are at 98. They would have a magic number of 4 to clinch home ice.
It wouldn't surprise me if Dell starts tomorrow against Dallas. That would probably be his last start. You want to give him at least Jones the next 2 starts.
I go ahead, Gent.
I would give Jones the start tomorrow and then Dell the start against Colorado. Considering because I think you got to give Jones his rest because you don't want to have him tired going into the playoffs. It's kind of like the situation where that's why we brought in Reimer in 2016 is that we were Stalock was unreliable and it was costing us points in the standings, so we needed a capable one. So,
and you make a good point there. At the same time, the Sharks still have something to play for, and that's the tough part. Is that maybe you're right? Maybe you do start Jones on Tuesday against Dallas, and maybe you even start him Thursday against Colorado and see where you're at. If you win those first 2 games, then I would think for sure Dell starts Saturday against Minnesota, and the same thing with LA winning tonight also clinches a playoff spot for the Wild. So they're in. So that game against Minnesota, I could see them. You're gonna see all the minor league call-ups and such, and again, the AHL season isn't over, and for that matter, the Barracuda play earlier on Saturday. So we shall see. Looking at arena availability here, it looks like how things are going. The SAP Center has a Barracuda game on the 13th. A Bad Bunny. I don't know what the heck that is. Bad Bunny. Oh, I guess it's a concert. So a Bad Bunny concert on the 20th.
What are these names?
I'm looking
I thought it was a furry convention, but that's.
So that's the calendar. So I could see if the Sharks get home ice, I could see them maybe starting on Wednesday or Thursday, and then go for game 2 to be on Saturday.
Why wouldn't they just have it where if the Sharks get home ice, have them started on Thursday, and then they could just do, and then the next game would be Saturday, because it wouldn't interfere with anything. I mean, or you could just say, "F you, Barracuda, your guys' game is rescheduled because we're the Sharks and we actually make the money around here."
I mean, that's true. They could reschedule, but that's going to be a tough.
Yeah,
and that's a tough one to reschedule because that game would be coming. The schedule come out on Sunday, so that might be tough to reschedule. But then again, you're right, Jen. They could move that to like Saturday, to accommodate a Wednesday, Friday start. The funny thing is that if they start on the road, you're looking at likely game 3 being on a Sunday or Monday, the 15th and 16th, either one of those dates. And then game 4 would be 17th or 18th, Tuesday, Wednesday. The funny thing is, if they do get home ice, game 5 maybe on the 19th, game 6 on the 21st, you are looking at potentially having to squeeze in maybe a back-to-back game 6 if it starts on a Sunday, and then a game 7 would be on Monday the 23rd, because there's no way in heck they're moving Justin Timberlake. I'm sorry, they're not going to move Justin Timberlake.
Stupid Timberlake needed to add another show. God.
He'll have you naked by the end of this series, apparently.
No.
That's
saying something. And that's saying something.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? And then a couple weeks after that, it's gonna be May.
Yeah. So you're going to have that coming up. So there is a potential. So there are some potential conflicts, but I would think they'll work around it as they usually do. But I wouldn't be surprised if they start Thursday, the 12th. So just keep an eye out on that. And of course, tickets in the past, they've usually wouldn't go on sale until after the they've clinched. However, they've actually did this early, so tickets are on sale now. And you can go to your favorite ticket website, whether it's Ticketmaster or whoever. They're all out there. So for sure. AJ saying the CUDA to Solar for America Ice. They've done that before, but damn, I can't see that. And
also, I think that game is the CUDA's fan appreciation.
Yeah, see, they have to have that.
We appreciate you, fans. We're gonna move it to a smaller venue.
We're moving it to the same rink San Jose State uses. Yeah,
it's not a bad rink. I'm just saying,
it's not a bad rink, not at all. But I mean,
and the ice will probably be better.
Oh. California Cruising say CUDA to Oracle. Yeah, that'd be great. Nick Neff Teppets, it is going to be awesome to see you this weekend. I'm glad you're making it out. For those who don't know, Nick Neff Teppets came out for last year's Tweet Up and was picked to play one of the games at the arena and won an autographed Donskoy jersey. And so he's probably hoping to do the same thing again.
Yeah, that's the chances of me ever winning an autograph, player worn jersey there.
Hey, you just never know.
I've never even won Chipotle from that place, let alone a jersey.
The bitterness is real, folks, if you can tell.
I just want to love this organization and this team, and it just keeps breaking my heart.
I'm assuming that all the start games or start times are going to be 7 o'clock.
Yeah,
or 6 o'clock for to accommodate for East Coast.
I would say it's probably gonna be 7 or 7:30, and don't be surprised if they start at 7:45 to accommodate the
double header,
the double header of sorts. And usually, how this thing works with television, obviously we're speculating, but usually how this works is that NBC Sports California will show the games. The whole first round on there and push the Ace over to Plus onto California Plus. And then second round onward, they will go to the national broadcast on NBC and NBCSN.
The other factor might be NBC's Comcast Bay Area, how they're going to sync up all the other networks, the A's, the Warriors, and the Giants.
What they would do is they would push the A's over to Plus, to the NBC Sports California Plus, and then let the Sharks have precedence since the playoff game, which is different from what they're having this week. So just a quick reminder for everybody watching games on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday this week, they are on NBC Sports California Plus, so check that out there. AJ, if Nick wins another jersey, I'll buy a Buckeye jersey. Yes! And actually, you know what? You don't buy a Buckeye jersey. You'll buy a Dylan Gambrell jersey because he's wearing the great number 14. Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
So quickly, before we pretty much get out of here, I was going to say the tweet up Saturday. We'll start around roughly 6:30 at the Sharks Foundation kiosk. The buttons are on their way over, and it is a gathering of Sharks fans on Twitter and for that matter, Instagram. So to interact and meet with people face to face, kind of a fun interactive thing. We'll do that from 6:30 till about the warm-ups begin around 7 o'clock, and then we'll meet up again at the first intermission. So that'll be a fun time. Alex, are you going to the game on Saturday?
No, I have to work on Saturday.
Well, congratulations. Alex will be hosting Teal Town After Dark on Saturday.
Oh, yes. I will totally do that. No. I would like to announce my paid contract with Teal Town USA. They're actually hiring. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, paid?
What?
I'm the co-founder. I don't even get paid for this. Are you kidding me? Oh, jeez. Jet, I know you're trying to find tickets yourself, so I know you'll be there, and a lot of us will be there.
If I'm not there, I'll be at the Brit somewhere.
There you go,
drinking my sorrows. Just if you guys win something, just throw it my way as I'm passed out on Santa Clara somewhere, saying this is my year.
As you're enjoying your delicious buffalo chicken sandwich from the Brit. Yeah, he knows what's up. All right, folks, that's pretty much it. So the Sharks are officially in, thanks to, and guess who got the game-winning goal for LA tonight, guys?
Was it the Knee Destroyer?
Dustin Brown got the game-winning goal, so you can thank Dustin Brown for getting the Sharks into the playoffs.
I hate to say it, but he's had a decent season
he did have a decent season this year.
But I can't give him any credit because he plays for LA. So
that's true. And he cross-checked some guys face into the boards, and he finally got suspended for kneeing, for that matter, too. So
for what, 2 games?
Yeah. Well, hey,
look at this face. Is this the face of somebody you want to support and admire? This is Dustin Brown.
You have a photo of him. I think you support him enough.
This is one of those random ones where it's like you buy an NHL card series, and yeah. I mean, look, I even got a Daniel Sedin one, which is now going to be worth something.
Yeah, no. Definitely. So going into the chat really quick, can I Venmo somebody to buy his mix $6 Talk to AJ. Okay, how does all the Chichi fans who feel just bought his jersey? That's true too.
Can someone fill me in?
I wouldn't know. I didn't know they had Chichi jerseys still available at the Shark store. Yeah, Felix said, I'm a contributor to Teal Town USA for F's sakes, and I ain't paid. By the way, also, along with Rocket's video, which you should watch as soon as you see us go off air, but check out Felix's hockey takes on the website at tealtownusa.com. Bastilla Sean, go Sharks, hope they win the cup before I die. Hey, same here, buddy. Same here. And hey, you might want to talk to Nick Gentry. You want me to get you a ticket? I think Gentry's looking for 2 though, so we'll see.
No, just looking for 1 right now.
Just 1? Okay, gotcha. All right. All right, guys. I'll ask you this before we get out of here. Do the Sharks rest players, or should they go for second place?
Let me look at the schedule.
If you're gonna rest players, do it like sometime before Fan Appreciation Night, because I think it would be it would just be kind of like a slap in the face of the fans who come out to Fan Appreciation Night and spend those double the amount for what would be normal tickets and then not see their favorite player. So I think if you're going to rest guys, you rest guys on against the Avalanche, or you rest them against who else were they facing?
They're
Dallas.
facing Dallas,
Colorado, and Minnesota.
Yep.
Yeah, you'd probably want to rest them against those kind of guys. Other than that, but just not Pavelski, Burns, or Hurdle.
I think Jones's last game is either going to be Dallas or Colorado, and Dell is going to get the start against Minnesota.
And what's funny is that the Ducks play Minnesota on Wednesday. The Kings play Minnesota on Thursday, and then the Wild will come up to San Jose. Dallas will play us tomorrow.
Yeah,
and then they go to Anaheim Friday, and then to LA on Saturday.
Yeah, that's a brutal
stretch. So pretty much all three teams are going to get the same opponents, except the Ducks will play the Desert Dogs on Saturday night.
And that should get them into the playoffs.
If it doesn't, shame on them.
Yeah.
Although the Coyotes have been spoilers lately.
So I'm hoping the Coyotes win out the rest of the year because, they need something to look forward to before they, head out to Houston.
It wouldn't surprise me if the new call-up from the college guy that just got signed plays his first NHL minutes against Minnesota. With the Brian Suter injury, I'm just discounting Minnesota as a real contender anymore. So it wouldn't surprise me if the Sharks play some Barracuda people, some people in the third and fourth line more.
I could see them getting more time for Yannick Hansen, more for Wardo and stuff. But anybody that's got maybe a hint of an injury, they might sit out. But then again, they don't really have much to call up. And for that matter, the Barracuda play at 1:15 on Saturday as well. So now I mean to be seen.
Yeah, that's why I still think that I think it's Dylan or the guy from the college ranks that just got signed.
Oh, Gambrell, yeah.
Gambrell is going to probably play a couple minutes. Nothing major, just a couple minutes.
Gotcha. All right. Well, final thoughts. We'll start with you, Mr. Martinet, and where the people can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at almartinet. Final thoughts. Great season overall. I think before the Evander Kane trade, I keep on wanting to say Patrick Kane, by the way, but
yes.
I didn't think the Sharks were going to make the playoffs. So clinching with 3 games to go is a huge relief. And I do think this is actually a big one. I think this is a better coaching performance for Peter DeBoer compared to his 2015-2016 run. With what he had to work with the Joe Thurn injury and all that other stuff.
All right. And where can people find you?
At Al Martinet. It's in the bio.
All right, Gent, Notch Bro, good to have you back on. Your final thoughts and where the people can find you.
On Twitter, you can find me atjalexander46. Instagram, the same thing. On Xbox Live, you can find me at the Uber Steven. Still trying to put it together an EACHL team. But other than that, final thoughts. I'm glad that the Sharks are back in it. It just goes to show it's just going to be how far are they going to be able to go if Jumbo Joe is not 100% or ready to go for game 1.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. They pretty much ruled out. Excuse me. They pretty much ruled out anything that Jumbo will get in before the regular season ends, and I can't see Jumbo getting in first round, maybe second round, but I just can't see it. So, you can find me on Twitter and the Instagram at PuckGuy14. I would say that's also my Xbox Live name, but I'm too embarrassed to show myself playing NHL 18 right now. But no word on Goodrow. But Joe is skating. So nonetheless, we'll be back with you tomorrow night following the game after after Sharks and Stars. We'll be back here for the Teal Town After Dark. Also Saturday, don't forget the tweet up for you. And now all I'm going to say is go to Rocket's video. She'll get you up to date on if the playoffs started tomorrow, and enjoy. Like it, love it, subscribe. You will love it, and we thank you.
And you'll want some more of it because you try so hard.
I don't know what it is about Rocket Backhander, but we like her, we love her, we want some more of her. And with that, keep it real, keep it teal. I just, shooting myself in the foot. What else is new, right? If it's not my connection AOLing, it's me, So until tomorrow against the Stars, keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real, teal. Go watch Rocket's video right now.